So I've had a lot of people contact me lately, and when their quote request, all they put is, I want to be on the newest and biggest cruise ship. I think I know what you're talking about. Hey, I'm Brittany. I'm a travel agent, and I specialize in Royal Caribbean cruises. So let's talk about the Icon class ships with Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. So as you may have seen with all the marketing, advertising, that Icon of the Seas started sailing last January. I was on that very first sailing. It was amazing. I mean, really just wow factors everywhere you go. But now they've announced and started booking Star of the Seas. Now, Star of the Seas will start sailing in August. So very, very soon. I will actually be on Star of the Seas, one of the very first sailings for that cruise ship. And Star of the Seas is going to sail to Port Canaveral, whereas Icon of the Seas sails out of Miami. They both do 7-night Western and Eastern Caribbean sailings. And basically, if you look at their itineraries, they just swap back and forth between Western and Eastern itineraries every other week. So if you're looking to get on an Icon class ship, Icon or Star, they're going to be very, very similar. We actually don't even know yet what the differences are going to be with Star of the Seas. I definitely will bring that information to you right here. So make sure you give me a follow because I will be covering everything Star of the Seas towards the end of August when I'm on that sailing. And then they've announced Legend of the Seas. That's going to be the third Icon class ship. Now, Legend is going to start sailing European sailings first before it moves to its home port in Port Canaveral. So in Fort Lauderdale. Legend of the Seas is going to sail out of Fort Lauderdale. And in Fort Lauderdale, you're going to get 6-night or 8-night cruises. So the 6-night cruises are going to be a little shorter, but the 8-night is going to be a Southern Caribbean itinerary, which is really unique. And to get an Icon class ship on a Southern Caribbean itinerary, that has not been done before. So 3 huge Icon class ships will be here very, very soon, all sailing out of different Florida ports. So whichever one works with your schedule, your budget, the itinerary you like, they're going to be very, very similar. So if you are requesting an Icon class ship, just let me know in the quote request when you send it over to me, and I can give you a comparison of all 3 ships based on when you're wanting to sail and what's available. But definitely keep in mind that when you hear those words, Icon, Star, and Legend, they are all going to be essentially the same ship. Probably with all little variances, little differences, but those are going to be your Icon class ships coming very soon with Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. So reach out to me. Working with me is completely complimentary. You do not pay any extra. So go to the link in my bio. It's my website. It'll take you to a quote request form where you can enter in all your information that I will need to get you a custom quote request and help get you on your next Royal Caribbean cruise.